Well, hello everyone and welcome. This is the Thursday evening training. And if I can figure out how to shrink this down, we're good. All right. Um, so welcome again. My name's Roxanne and I am on the Live Younger LifeWave team. And we have a few members with me this evening. And thank you, everyone, for being here. Tonight, we're going to go through liveyounger.com. Um,
Please.
sorry, liveyoungersuccess.com. And I will ask everyone to please mute yourselves. And thank you for doing that too. So this, when you sign into liveyoungersuccess.com, which is again one of our team's business websites, so they talk you through the steps you need to take to help you with your LifeWave business. So the home page is where you want to get started. If you're new to LifeWave, you definitely want to click here, and I will do that for you. Um, so what we're doing, and we've been doing this for the past year, is we have a replicated Live Younger website. It's $50 for the year. It's full of fabulous information, all things LifeWave, and all just wonderful, wonderful information on the different patches, the different technology, um, how as we age, what happens to our cells as we age. And I'm referring to our formulating cells, those, when mom and dad came together and created you and me, and, you know, um, those cells multiply and can turn into any cell in the body and then eventually turn into a little human and arms, legs, head, brain, heart, all of that, bones. So, anyways, as we age, our cells decline, and this technology is helping to quote unquote reverse aging. Now, with that said, LifeWave is a general health and wellness company. We do not make claims to treat, cure, or diagnose any disease. There's been over 15 years of research and study just to create one little patch, and that is the X39 patch, you guys. And that's basically the mother of all patches that we pretty much focus on. And a lot of people say they feel like they have more energy, better mental clarity and focus, less pain, and better sleep at night. And that's just one patch. We have about 10 different patches currently. Plus, recently we came out with the new X2O water machine, as well as Celergize, which is our nutritional supplement. So, with all of that said, we have a nice trifecta of wellness that you can use and your family and friends and your teams that you're growing yourself can use. But you can find all of that information in the Live Younger, here on the Live Younger Success page, but also in the Live Younger replicated website. All of that information is here. I didn't mean to get long winded there, but it's just, I love this stuff. So, but you can have your own website for $50 a year. And when you click here on the Live Younger Subscribe, it takes you and shows you the steps you need to make. So I will click that. And so you would just want to scroll down, and it gives you the instructions that you'll need to do to create your own website. Now, to see a mock up of the Live Younger, you would click this link. But I believe I have my Live Younger replicated site pulled up so I can just show you. So your photo and your information would be on that web page. So whoever you're sharing this with, once you have your own personalized web page, they will be able to click on and shop with you. And if they have questions, there are plenty of answers in the site. So hopefully they get their questions answered. So these are the steps. It's $50 a year. You can join, and then you would create your username. And it's pretty straightforward. Just please follow those steps so that you can do this on your own. All right. Get out of there. And then there is a video on the replicated site here that you all can watch. And I don't think it's very long. I want to say it's maybe 20 minutes, and I could be off by 5 or 10 minutes, but I want to say it's about 20 minutes. Okay. And then this is the Now LifeWave Now app, which before you go and subscribe to this, I do know that we are working on a new app. So that is in the beta testing phase currently. And my understanding is that should be sometime in June that should be available. So there will be a fee for that, but it's easy to use and pretty much straightforward. You can send videos, you can send information, and all of your prospects would be in your in the app for you to send information to. Okay, so that was step one, both of those things. Step two is to work on your daily action plan. So what does that mean? Well, we want to connect with people, whether we're meeting somebody new for the first time and it comes up in conversation. Well, what do you do, besides, I don't know, I'm a nurse. So besides a nurse, what else do you do? Well, I'm with a wellness company. Oh, I'm like, yeah, well, have you heard of, I don't know if I can say this online, but the STEM cells. And they're like, oh, yeah, I know what that is. I'm like, well, this is affordable, wearable technology. And some people are having great, huge results from it. Most people, like I said earlier, it might take them a month or more before they start feeling something within their bodies. But most people's feelings are less pain, more energy during the day, better mental focus, and better sleep at night. And that's just, again, from the X39, you guys. So connecting with people, sharing, I think I already went to pique the interest here. What do you know about, well, it's typed right there. So what do you know about stem cells? And are you in any pain? The other thing, which is really pretty cool, is this is helping with the healing process after particular surgeries. And I believe I have somebody who will come and share on Michael's Miracle Monday to talk about his healing process after a recent surgery from these patches. So piquing their interest is step 2 of this section. And then 3, we point to tools. So liveyounger.com and pop webinar. And we have Zoom meetings all throughout the week, you guys. It's just, when can you find the time? to sit down and listen, whether or not you take notes or maybe you need to rewatch it, and just what are you taking away from this, right? So there's plenty, not plenty of videos, and everything is it's all here for you. Step 4 would be following up with that individual that you're talking with about this technology, and sharing a video. So we always want to obtain their contact information. So say if we're out and about and we have our cell phones with us, say, hey, can I send you some information? Whether or not that's a short little 2-minute video and they watch it right then and there with you, or maybe they watch it later, maybe they don't watch it at all. But the point is you have their contact information. So that's one more person that you can, follow through with, and, continue to have that conversation for as long as it might go. And when there's interest, get them signed up, enroll them either as a customer or a brand partner. It depends on what they want. All right. And then step 3, we want to stay connected with that person. Have them, come to a training meeting, share, what I'm doing with you guys tonight. Share liveyoungersuccess.com. Share your personalized website. Invite to Miracle Monday with Michael Jaco every Monday, and invite to the Sunday night doc talk, and so on and so forth. But there are a lot of videos, a lot of Zoom meetings throughout the week. So it depends on you and your schedule. What can you show up to? All right. So we do have a weekly schedule of Zooms, and you can find that information right in this area here. So those were steps 1, 2, and 3. And then steps 4, 5, 6, and 7 are, you click the link here and that will open up to more things for you to do. So, and this is a little booklet within the computer, and something Robin Mascari always says to her team, and I will never forget the first time I heard her say this: success is not magical, it's mathematical. The other thing she says is the fortune is in the follow-up. So for those of you who understand this, I know you know this, but for those of you who are newer to this, it's just you're learning. There's a learning curve, and we're here to help you with that process. So whoever you're signed up under, get with that person, and maybe they can show you where to go, tell you what you can do. All right. But this is a little booklet that you can scroll through, and it just walks you through the steps. So getting started. Let's see. And so it goes over basically step by step what you need to do. All right. So I'm not going to go through all of this. You guys can do this on your time. And but anyways, I just wanted to show you where it is. There's 18 pages in this little booklet. And that's it. So now we discussed that. Business basics, there's information on the new compensation plan there, how to enroll customers and brand partners. So if that's something you haven't done yet, you'll want to go and do your homework. Click here and it will walk you through the steps you need to take. Also, welcome letters. So everybody that anybody and everybody we bring in to our teams in LifeWave, we send them out a welcome letter. Now, there are a couple of letters here. One is specifically designed for a brand partner. The other is designed more for a customer. What you can do, you can copy and paste this and make it your own. So, I don't know, dear John, okay, congratulations on your decision to join LifeWave. And then you want to enter their LifeWave ID number, which is an account, 7-digit, 7-numeral, 7-number account. I can't speak properly anymore. There's 7 numbers in the account number. So that's what you would put here. Sheesh, their username. So maybe it's their first and last name. Maybe it's their first initial, their last name, and then maybe a couple of numbers after. And then whatever the password is that maybe they want to create the password, but if they can't think of something, then you create the password for them. Something that many of us have done is we use their initials in capital letters, their zip code, and then now it has to be at least 12 characters long. And then maybe another name after that. But you always have to include upper and lowercase letters, as well as numbers, and then a symbol. So whether or not that's a $ or an exclamation point or something else, that's up to you. All right. And then they would have their personal LifeWave website. Now, this is not the Live Younger website. This is for our LifeWave account. And then their username would go after the slash there. So that's just one of the letters. Again, copy and paste and make it your own. This is the letter for customers. It's a little bit shorter. And then again, ID number, username, password, and then you would make it your own, sign it with your name and put your contact information there. All right, so those are the welcome letters. And what else is here? There's a getting to know you form, which is helpful. I'll click that. And it's basically you're interviewing the person that you're speaking with about this technology. So it's a lot of straightforward questions, makes it easy. Okay. And then the weekly Zoom schedule is right here. So these are all the Zooms, which we have plenty of Zooms. There's the PDF schedule here. But in order to get this information, you need to sign up for the weekly newsletter, which is, I have to find that. We do have a weekly newsletter that goes out every Monday. And I'm not seeing it. But you would sign up for the weekly newsletter. And I can find it. I would show it to you guys. All right. So after this, let's just go down here. Ways to stay qualified. Once you're in LifeWave, either as a customer, you need to have a monthly subscription order set up. So whether that's one patch, X39, or if it's multiple patches, that's totally up to you what you want to order monthly. But to maintain wholesale pricing, you do have to have a monthly subscription order. That is as a customer. Now, as a brand partner, we have different options. We sign up with an enrollment kit, and there's specific amounts for each enrollment kit. When we sign up with, and I'm just going to use this as an example, when we sign up with a core kit, our price that we pay is $295. What's included in that kit? It's pre-populated to contain 3 sleeves. The little envelopes the patches come in are called sleeves. And each sleeve has 30 patches, so it's a month's supply. Our patches that are in these enrollment kits, like I said, it's pre-populated to contain 3x39 sleeves. But when you're signing somebody up, let them know that they can make the order their own, so that it doesn't necessarily have to be 3x39s. It could be maybe 2x39s and 2 eons, which is one of our support patches. So you can mix and match and get your own. Now, we do have some amazing products, and we have a lot of different patches. The X39 is the main patch. Let me go here. So this is something that comes in your welcome letter. We send it, and this is the health tracker. Let me zoom in so you guys can see this. So this comes from us in your welcome letter. So this is asking you questions, and only you're going to know this. So how is your sleep? You know, how are all these things before you started the X39? How are they after 24 hours? Are they the same? Are they better? You know, are they, have you noticed anything? I don't know. Not everybody does after 24 hours. How is it after 7 days and then 14 days? And it goes all the way through up to 90 days. You also have symptoms. So pain, inflammation, headaches, migraines, mood swings, and other things. How are these things before you started your X39 patch? And then how are they all the way up to 90 days? So this is a highly useful tool so that you can keep track on your own health journey with LifeWave. And this is a journey, you guys. We're all in this. Even though we're in this individually, we're here together to help one another and to help you answer questions, show you where you can go to find certain things. And this is one of those. So again, I thank you guys for being here. Let me just get out of this screen. And I'm going to go to here. LiveYoungerProducts.com. This is where you go to find more information on the patches. Now, this little envelope here, this is what I was referring to as a sleeve of X39. Again, 30 patches come in a sleeve. So we just talked about the benefits of using the X39 tracker. There are more patching tips here. And then there's a section on the new X2O water system. So right here is where you'll find that. So actually, this is an amazing water system. Not only does it filter out the forever chemicals, it pulls out or filters out the microplastics, and it helps with hydration. So it's pretty amazing. And you can read all about this here. And then we have the trifecta of wellness, which is X39, the Celergize, and then the X2O water. So those three things together are excellent. And do I have a water machine? Yes, I do. And I just feel more energized, not hyper, but just more even and amount of energy throughout the day. And I love it. I also feel like when I drink the water, it's as if it moisturizes the inside of my mouth. Um, Maybe you've had bottled water, out of a plastic bottle before, and maybe you sense that it's drying out the inside of your mouth after you drink water. Or maybe you're super thirsty and you feel like you can't get hydrated. Well, when you have, I should say, I can only speak for me, but when I've done a test against the bottled water and then the X2O water, that's what it's like. The other water is very drying, and this X2O water is very moisturizing. So I love it. And a few of us have done events, and this was when I first received my water machine back in March, and took it to an event and had people sample the water. And what I did was I had little paper cups. Now, when you're drinking the water, you want to use glass, and which I use glass every day with my water. But when I was at the event, I would sample the X2O water and have them, really like swish it around in their mouth and drink it, and ask them if they feel anything. And then afterwards, I would say, well, here's whatever it was, spring water, that it's the same water that I'm using in my water machine. So they would sample the spring water, and some of them spit it out. They're like, oh my God, you've been drinking that for years? I'm like, yes. I mean, it's a big difference. So it's as if the X2O water machine has a nice smooth consistency, and it's almost like it has like some substance to it, if you would. And then the spring water is just very loose, and it's just different. So all I can say, you guys, is I love the X2O water machine, and I don't mean to make it all about me and my water machine, but I do love it. So but you'll find all your information here on the water machine, and it continues on. So when you do purchase the water machine, you do have a 1-year warranty from the date of purchase. But we do have an extended warranty that's optional, and that's $400, but it will protect your purchase for the next 4 years. So, and you would reach out to customer service for that. All right. So, but this is great information here on basically it all has to do with obviously LifeWave, but your health journey while you're on LifeWave, So we'll go back to patches. And so we have tips and stories. Meet David Schmidt, who's the inventor. And this video, I'm going to play it. It's a little over 2 minutes long, but it's a super great video that you guys can find in your new app that's coming out, and share this video with your prospects. So here we go.
Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of light and life for our entire solar system. Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. LifeWave's phototherapy patches use light to stimulate the body's natural healing systems, providing specific health benefits. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared light emitted from the body is reflected back into the tissue. This stimulates the skin, which in turn stimulates specific regions of the brain. The brain then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy and the ability to heal itself. Let's take a look at why this is important on a cellular level. For example, a number of our patch products help counteract free radicals, oxygen molecules that damage cell proteins and contribute to visible signs of aging. When the body is stimulated through phototherapy to release its own antioxidants, these free radicals are neutralized naturally. LifeWave phototherapy patches promote an environment that enables the body to optimize its restorative powers and provide specific health benefits, all without the use of harmful drugs or chemicals, all helping you to stay healthy and young. To find out more, contact your distributor. LifeWave. Live long, live well.
All right, you guys. So that was the little video that you can share with your prospects and your friends. I will take it. Let's see. Okay. Now, this is my replicated website, liveyounger.com and then / my name. So this tells you the power of the patch, which is another great video. So just so you're aware, X39 has over 70 patents for that little patch. And over 15 years of research and development went into the X39 patch. David Schmidt is just an incredible human and an incredible inventor. So I can't say enough good things about him. And the company is moving forward and some wonderful things down the line. So I just wanted to share that with all of you. But when you have your own site, you would share it with your prospects. This tells you how our cells decline after, so many years. I mean, obviously, when we're babies, they're sky high and then they age. So when we're about 30, we have about half of our stem cells left. And then they just keep declining. So is this studied in, medical school? I don't know. I don't think so. But the studies and again, the research is here for you guys to look at. All right. So more videos here. This is another great video. And I do want to play this. I'm not going to take you guys through the whole site here, but these are some incredible before and after photos of people who are on this technology. I mean, she looks amazing and beautiful, beautiful lady. And then this woman, ever since I started doing these Zooms, I always say this woman here to the right looks like she could be this lady in day one's, looks like it could be her, possibly her daughter. It's the same woman after 2 years of just X39. And then this woman here, she looks completely different. So reverse aging, yes, definitely. All right. And then we do have some of the doctors within our team, some short little videos of them. And there's an option for people who want to get started, they would click start now and it will take them into another screen. So I will play this video and this will be the conclusion of this recorded Zoom. And before I play, thank you, all of you, for being here and listening. And here we go.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. There is more information there than most people would ever realize. I was 8 years old, and my parents wanted to take me to the workshop of Thomas Edison. On the drive back home, I said to my dad, I want to be an inventor. Light, as it turns out, is the primary control mechanism for everything else that happens in the body. What if we could have an external electromagnetic field that would essentially reset the stem cells that are already in our bodies and get them to function like younger, healthier cells? What if in the process we actually found out that in a book that was written thousands of years ago, that information already existed? God has left his fingerprint in natural design, and that blueprint shows up in nature. The mathematical codes are identical. The implications to this are absolutely extraordinary. What drives me is that there's this enormous sense of hope that we can create technology to generate clean energy, that we can have foods that aren't genetically modified, and we can meet all of the needs on the planet that we have to, and that we can heal people.
All right, you guys. So that was that. I'm going to stop my share and then stop the recording. And thank you again, everyone, for being here. Let me just hit stop record. Oh, there we go.